5 life lessons we often learn too late. Life is a process of continuous learning, and if we stop, believing that nothing else can amaze us and the desire to learn new things abandons us, we begin to slowly die. However, there are lessons we should learn as soon as possible to avoid regretting everything we wanted to do and didn't later on. In this video, we'll see 5 life lessons that it would be useful to learn from childhood, but that we often only learn later in life. Number 1. Everything is temporary. Nothing lasts forever. While it's difficult to digest, the truth is that nothing we have will last forever. Not even us. Within a century, both myself and you watching this video will all be dead, buried, and in many cases, forgotten. Our beloved dog will not be with us forever, and most of the objects we have will only be with us for a few years. And our relationships will eventually end, not necessarily our choice or theirs. Okay, maybe it isn't the most positive way to start a video, but unfortunately, it's the harsh reality, and we have to accept it. Our life is now. We spend too much time complaining about the past and worrying about the future, while the present escapes us. We live in 2 times that don't exist, while we let everything we truly have, the here and now, vanish. The sooner we learn this lesson, the sooner we'll be able to make the most of our time. In fact, by learning to enjoy the here and now and paying more attention to what's around us and those close to us, we'll avoid future regret. When we're aware that we're making the most of our time, we'll have no reason to regret. Number 2. Today's sacrifices will pay off tomorrow. At first glance, this point may seem to go against what we've previously said, but let's not confuse these 2 things. The fact that we have to live life to the fullest every day because life isn't permanent doesn't mean that we can't make sacrifices today to build for a better future. Remember that today is what we called tomorrow yesterday. The fundamental thing is using our time to the fullest, avoiding futile activities, and using the 24 hours we have every day to build something important for the future or to do something that gives us extreme joy in the present. When you're 90 years old and you look back at your past life, do you think you'll most joyfully remember your days spent in the living room alone watching TV, or those spent with friends and loved ones? Or why not also alone doing more adventurous and exciting activities? The problem is that when we're young, we want everything immediately. We focus on goals, and if we don't immediately achieve them, we become disappointed and give up. This is largely due to incorrect messages that society gives us because we expect our ambitions to materialize as if by magic. Remember that it's often not the objective, but the journey that counts. So sometimes the goals that we reach aren't important. Rather, the person we become whilst trying to reach them is what counts. Number 3. Life is unfair. Accept it. Your colleague unfairly got the promotion you deserved, or the person of your dreams ignores you to go out with the playground bully that doesn't know how to count up to 10, even though your mom told you every morning how beautiful and intelligent you are. Remember, nothing is owed to you, and you see life through your eyes, so your opinions will always be influenced in some way by that. There's no use complaining and spending time feeling sorry for yourself. Just because you think you deserve something doesn't mean you'll get it. Learn and try again. If you're persistent and determined, sooner or later you'll get what you want. Number 4. Don't make mountains out of molehills. Abraham Lincoln once said, "You can tell the greatness of a man by what makes him angry." Do you know people who get really pissed off and go on for hours complaining when it would instead do them better to use their own time for more serious things? We humans have an innate talent for tragedy. But every time we start our catastrophic thoughts, we only manage to hurt ourselves. In fact, it's likely that on more than one occasion, when you look at the past, you realize that you were worried about something for no reason, and that you reacted in a totally exaggerated way, always fearing the worst. Life usually takes care of putting everything right and teaches us to adopt a more realistic, objective perspective in the face of the situations we have to deal with. But if we quickly learn to adopt this attitude, it'll make us save a lot of headache. Remember that when we're immersed in the problem, it can seem bigger than it is, but we only need to take a step back and go outside to put everything into perspective. Number 5. Face your fears, be yourself, and follow your dreams. Many people never fail in life. Never. These are called losers. The concept is simple. If you never want to fail, don't try and live in mediocrity. But if you want to do something important, be ready to fail, not once, but 100 times, and absorb the criticisms you receive, even if in most cases they're not very constructive and they're from those who have nothing better to do. You only live once. Don't care about the judgments of others, with the obvious exception of constructive criticism that should instead be welcomed since they help you grow. Face your fears before they consume you. In reality, fear is a defensive emotion and it warns us that something may be dangerous. But there are fears that are paralyzing. They stop us from growing. In such cases, you have to overcome them. The sooner you overcome a fear, the better, given that once you have overcome it, you'll hardly return to worrying about it because you know how to defeat it. Which of these 5 errors do you make? If you'd like, share it with us by leaving a comment with your experience. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to push the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Also, don't forget to activate the notification bell. This way you'll be notified every time a new video is uploaded on the channel. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day.